So I came across NLP somewhat by chance, and I think some people probably say there is no by chance, everything happens for a purpose, and that is very well true. My name is Justin O'Hare, I'm the head trainer here at Inspired Results Coaching Academy. I want to share with you my NLP story. So go back about 12 years ago, I was working a job as a sales manager, getting some really great results, and a friend of mine said, you must be trained in NLP. It was my first time I'd been introduced to the acronym of NLP. And I said, well, I don't even know what it is. And he said, look, it's this really great tool, it's about personal development. And he explained a bit about it to me, and I went and did an online course, and I loved it. I actually started implementing some of that stuff into our business. And then a few years after that, I was working in a corporate coaching business, and we were looking at things like, how do we improve the effectiveness of an organisation? How do we restructure an organisation from a HR point of view? And how do we retrain staff to be highly effective within that team? And while I was doing that kind of work, I found that quite often the biggest issues that we were dealing with in the workplace were life issues. They were general things, interpersonal relationships and communication, relationship type problems that were happening inside and outside of the workplace. Quite often an executive, the biggest problem they had was they weren't getting on with their kids, or they weren't getting on with their wife, or they were holding on to fear over something, or they were angry about something they couldn't let go of, or they had an aversion to working with a certain person. So for me, I wanted to go and learn some life coaching skills. I went to do my first practitioner course, and when I got there, I must say I was really pushed up against my own internal values, because as a young kid, my mum was schizophrenic, my dad was a drug dealer, and they were very much into anything alternative. They were anti-government, they were conspiracy theorists, they loved Scientology, you name it. If it was alternative, they were into it. So for me, as a young kid, I had an aversion to that. I was really dead against anything that was like that. So when I turned up to my first NLP course and I started learning about NLP at a deeper level, at first I was really taken back, and it really pushed me up against my own values and belief system, which was great. I think it was fantastic. But what happened after that was when I got back and started doing business coaching again in my own business, and I found that majority of people were dealing with life issues, was that I quickly became a life coach inside of business almost organically. It wasn't intended to be that way. I just wanted to add to my toolkit. So when I started to get these great results with people, they would refer me other people. And within about 3 months of getting back from my first practitioner course, I'd gone from being a full-time small business coach to being a full-time life coach in about 3 months. It transitioned really quickly, because I would get this amazing result with somebody, and they would go and tell their friends and their family, and then they would come in and ask me, can I come and see you as well? So I ended up being a life coach somewhat by default, but completely organically, and not my intended purpose, by the way. I really didn't intend on being a life coach. So as I started to get all these great results, and as I started to see all these fantastic outcomes for people, I really wanted to go and learn more, and that's where I went to do my master practitioner. And the better results that I was getting with my master practitioner tools would just accelerate my belief system in NLP and in hypnosis. And the better results that I was getting, the more that people were saying to me, where did you learn this stuff? This is amazing. And so I thought at that point, well, if people are asking me for it, and I love being on stage, I love being a trainer, I love being a speaker, then this is like kind of combining everything. It's my love of NLP with my ability to train people and put those two together. And that's how I became an NLP trainer.